Hello guys and welcome back to my hideout. It's been a while and I'm terribly sorry, but I had my reasons, and today we're back finally with the Stanley parable, which I'm incredibly excited about. The game just looked so awesome from the demo and the trailers, so I just had to get it and we're playing it now. So let's just jump right into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Nice.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Nice job.
Others might have considered it soul-eating. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Brilliant.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Uh-oh.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. That's...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
meeting room. Right. Am I walking? No, I'm not walking in circles yet, am I? Or maybe I am, I don't know. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shall we take the right door? Or shall we... Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Nice slideshow. Broom closet, no. Oh, right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I could play this game not following what the narrator says, but for now I'm just gonna follow the instructions. Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Wow. This game. Oh, I'm liking this very much. Oh, that's dark. No, Ben, I'm not gonna play Gmod when I'm playing the Stanley Parable.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
Interesting.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Hello? Whoa. Hello? Anyone there?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Whoa.
Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Yeah, and we can't go back, right? Okay, then let's press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Whoa.
screens. What
Whoa.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, well, I can't go back, so maybe I can. I'm gonna try the door. Hey, I can't jump. That's new. No, I can't. So I must continue now. I made a choice. Interesting game. Really like this. Huh. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to
Whoa.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's some error codes over there. Interesting. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
But I was happy, so...
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably
But
yes,
here was
probably
proof.
still.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Really? Will I now? I have my doubts. Big red button. I'm pretty sure that if I... Oh, we press number 1, right? I'm pretty sure if we walk into the door is gonna close, so... I'm just gonna look for the other buttons because they're numbered, so... That's number 3. You press number 1, where's number 2? Button over there. I'm liking this game so far. It's a pretty interesting concept. No, that's button 4. Damn it. Knowing just a bit about this game already, there's probably not gonna be a button 2, is there? Or oh, there is. Okay. 2. We're pressing buttons. Interesting. 3. Staircase. No, that's this one. And button number 4. Yeah. Let's press that 5th button and see what happens. Probably nothing. Can I run? No. Ah, what a shame. Where was it? That 5th one? Over there. Okay. Exactly what I was expecting. Oh, the doors didn't close. That's brilliant.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, because that's gonna work. The end.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Probably not.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Sure.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
How did I
had he been
get here?
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Sure.
Whatever life he lives, it
Oh,
will
that's
be
beautiful.
his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Okay.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah.
And Stanley was happy.
Great. Now what? We finished the game? Okay. Great. Except that we didn't, right? Are we gonna follow the instructions? And it's probably got... yeah, what if we played the exact same way and it's still gonna be different? I kind of wanna find out if it would be. So I'm gonna try that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
What was the
stunned
code
to
again?
discover not an indication of
248
human
something?
life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
That's
But his
different.
attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It was different a little bit. But that was just a narrative. Yeah, I'm intrigued by this game because I could still input the wrong code and what would happen? No one knows, you know? And that's what I like about this game. There's so many options and there's probably, 5 million different ways you can play it. And it's still gonna result in the
Stanley
exact
walked
same
straight ahead through the
outcome.
large door, and when at last he found...
There we go. It's gonna be exactly the same if I play it the same, isn't it? What a waste of time. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
He had...
Maybe this is the mind control, you know? Maybe this is the mind control. Ah, this game. One more time, one more time. One more time, guys. This time we're gonna do it
Stanley
differently.
came to a set of 2 open
Yeah.
doors. He entered the door on his left.
No, I didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Okay, brilliant.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Yeah.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop
What?
trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? What? Who? What?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Her?
She's been waiting.
Who? No. No. What is this? Help. Hello? Oh god. What? It's no, it's dark. I don't like this. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What? What?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Is there really anything going on here? Oh god, this is...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No. What?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
God damn it!
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
Oh!
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Oh!
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
This is the mind control, isn't it? This is me. K-E-O. Kyo.
But in his mind, In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
God damn it! No, I don't. No, and I can't do anything but press the button they want me to press, can I? God damn it! Ah, this is annoying.
He began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
What?
So, he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to be.
But it doesn't, does it? I don't want dinner! No!
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Yellow line?
Down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, this is
But there is no
fucked up.
answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
God,
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Jesus.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
No. No! But what do I do then? Ah!
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Basically, when I just followed the instructions correctly the first time, I actually finished the game. Because the narrator is actually trying to help me. Did I figure this game out already? Wow.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
What?
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? What is this? What? Please die and then... What? Holy crap. Okay. We're gonna end the game right here. It was fun, but it was... What the hell? It was just... What the hell? Yes, I think I'll go with that. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time in probably the Stanley Parable or otherwise Outlast again. See you, bye!